And good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network. Live here from Viera Regional Park, and we have ourselves another great 11U matchup between Suntree Viera and Merritt Island. Before we get started, I'd like to give a shout out to our amazing sponsors who stepped up today. I'd like to thank the Ice Cream Hut, currently with 4 locations and soon to be opening a 5th one. The 4 locations are in Merritt Island, Rockledge, Viera, and Cocoa Beach. The 5th one opening up down in Palm Bay. And I'd also like to thank Insurance Pros of Brevard, or Insurance Pros of Florida. For more information on Insurance Pros of Florida, log on to www.insuranceprosfl.com. Again, that's www.insuranceprosfl.com. All right, just checking, making sure the mic's working. Make sure my mic is working and plugged in like it's supposed to be, and it is. I might sound a little quieter than I normally do. It's because I have the mic kind of turned down because I don't want the music to shut down the stream. But it's 11U action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. And we're getting ready as we're waiting for the teams to come out. See, Suntree has run out onto the field. I have rosters for both squads, so both squads will be able to be announced. And here comes that Merritt Island defense, and we'll see that Suntree offense first here for 11U. And number 11 is the quarterback, Ryan Ramos. Coming down to the bottom of your screen is number 18, RJ Guarentes. Had the father come over and give me the pronunciation of his name, and so it's not going to be messed up. We're going to get it right here. RJ Guarentes is there at the bottom of your screen. Ramos calls for the snap. He hands off to number 2. Number 2's got some room to the outside. Grabbed by the leg. Great leg wrap around. That was number 2, Lincoln Keith. And Lincoln Keith gets about 6 yards on the play. And it will bring up 2nd and 4 for Suntree Viera. Ramos in the gun. Ramos gives off to Keith, who gives it off to another back, and it's an end around. He's got room to run. He's got a blocker. And he will outrun everybody on the field. Number 13, touchdown, Suntree Viera. Malachi Teeter. And what can we say? The Teeter family from high school all the way down to youth just continues to make plays. And it's 6-0 with 9:11 left to go here in quarter number 1. And they're going for the 2-point attempt. Goodbye to Mr. Spammer there. And Ramos set to kick the 2-point kick. The snap, hold, the kick is up. And good. So it's 8-0 for Suntree Viera. Now we'll get a chance to see this Merritt Island offense take over 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. That was a misdirection. Handed off to Lincoln Keith, and then Keith handed off to Malachi Teeter, who then took it all the way to the house. for a 61-yard score. And now we'll get to take a look at this Merritt Island offense. All right, here we go. Well, I thought here we go. Now they're going to take the huddle 15 yards from the football. I mean, I understand not wanting to give away the play, but I don't understand the 15 yards away from the football huddle. Come out in the I formation. Quarterback. Ball's on the ground. And it will be Suntree Viera football. Recovered by number 24, Tyson Berry. That play looked all sorts of jumbled up from the start. And Tyson Berry, the benefactor of the ball falling on the ground, he jumps on it, and with 8:25 left to go here in quarter number one, Suntree Viera's offense will take the field for the second time today. Ramos comes out in the gun in a 2x2 set. Now, in Pop Warner, do you have to wait for the defense? Because I've noticed that happen. If I'm the offense, I would have just got up and tried to snap it. If the defense isn't on the field, that's tough on them. But no, they didn't get the ready for play whistle, so. Ramos swings it outside. There's R.J. Guarentes. Guarentes with a stiff arm. Guarentes finally dragged down. And after a nice gain, it'll be enough for a Suntree Viera Hawk first down. And here come the Hawks marching down the field. Now they come up in a bunch formation. Ramos is going to call it himself. He's got a wall of blockers, and there's no one that's going to touch him. Ramos into the end zone. Touchdown, Suntree Viera. And with 7:39 left to go here in quarter number one, Suntree Viera is already up 14-0. They've ran a total of 3 plays. 3 or 4 plays and scored on 2 of them. There's the snap. Kick is up. And good. And it's 16-0. Again, we'd like to thank our sponsors today. The Ice Cream Hut with 4 locations open. The 5th one opening soon in Palm Bay. But the 4 locations that are currently open, Merritt Island, Viera, Rockledge, and Cocoa Beach. We also like to thank Insurance Pros of Florida. For more information, log on to www.insuranceprosfl.com. Again, it's www.insuranceprosfl.com. So we also have the link to Insurance Pros Florida in the tag of our stream up top. So go ahead and click that link and find out more about Insurance Pros of Florida. There's the handoff to the running back, and the running back will get hit in the backfield. May have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. going to be number 80. Oh, okay, hold on. I got to find 81 on the carry, Vincent Snow. Thanks, Chase. I hope you're feeling better. I know you just had those teeth pulled. So here comes Merritt Island. I formation. And looks to be a fumbled snap. And that's an offsides penalties on the Hawk. So that'll be 5 yards. And looking forward to next weekend. Hey Chase, you should really head on over to the ice cream hut. I heard ice cream's good to have when you get your teeth pulled. Head on over to the ice cream hut. You can either choose the Rockledge location, the Viera location, or the Merritt Island location, depending on where you're staying at, and have some good ice cream to numb the pain of getting those teeth pulled. Ice cream hut. And there's the snap, and once again, just nothing happening. Thanks, Chase. Merritt Island suffers a huge loss. Third down and 10. I thought that was a bigger loss than it was. Third and 10 for the Mustangs here at the 35-yard line, coming up on little under 5 minutes left to go here in quarter number 1. And the sun has decided to join us again. Trying to get outside. And that was the tackle there made by number 6, Chase Denon. As well as number 72 also on that tackle, A.J. Sevy. And number 94, Waylon Perkins. Fourth down for the Mustangs. It's about fourth and 15. There's the toss, and he will get swallowed up in the backfield. Mason Scalucci. Timeout on the field for the water break. And 3:44 left to go here in the first quarter. Again, I'd like to give a shout out to our sponsors, Insurance Pros of Florida. The link to their website is in our tag, so go ahead and click that link to find out all about Insurance Pros of Florida and the Ice Cream Hut. We have their Facebook page tagged in our tag. The Ice Cream Hut, soon to be 5 locations, currently 4 locations open. We have Rockledge, Merritt Island, Viera, and Cocoa Beach. And Ice Cream Hut was opening a 5th location down in Palm Bay. Day of football without ice cream, that's almost criminal. Ma'am, you are awesome. Thank you so much. First and 10 for Suntree Viera. Ball on the 25-yard line, just outside the Ice Cream Hut red zone. Number 19 in the back, Gianni Williams. Ramos throws that one up, and it's caught and brought down at the 1-yard line. And who was that caught that pass? Well, who else but Lincoln Keith. Keith taken down to about the 1-yard line. A 24-yard reception. And Suntree's going to hurry up to the line. Ramos comes out in an empty set. And a timeout called by Merritt Island. With 3:09 left to go here in quarter number 1. The Hawks lead 16-0. However, they are knocking on the door, trying to put another one on before this first quarter ends. First and goal from the 1. And we'll be back in just a moment. All right, here we go. First and goal from the 1-yard line. Ramos is in there, and he's got number 19 in the backfield with him. That's Gianni Williams. Ramos gets the snap. Ramos fires, and it's falls incomplete. He was looking to hit, I believe that was number 54, Danny Freitz. And Freitz, that was supposed to be an easy touchdown pass to Danny Fritz. Sorry, Fritz. And Fritz once again drops the pass, and it's third and goal. Listen, folks, did the Seattle Seahawks not teach us anything? If you have any ball, any down and goal on the 1-yard line, you run the football. You don't throw at the goal line. Look, I mean, if you took anything away from that Super Bowl, it's that. You know, Richard Sherman's gone on podcasts saying, you know, he would have been able to live with himself if they ran it with Marshawn 4 times and didn't get in because they went in with the best player. But anyway, here we go. Third and goal from the 1. And flag, it's going to be an illegal substitution on Merritt Island. So now it's not at the 1-yard line. It's at the half-yard line. Can't get any. You know what? And here's what you do: you go right under center and let your lineman push you forward. But that's just me. No one wants to hear what I got to say though. Ramos is going to run a toss to Williams. Williams race to the corner, into the end zone. Touchdown, Suntree Viera. Gianni Williams in with the score. But wait a minute. Flag on the play. First and goal from this, or third and goal from the 6. And a timeout called by Suntree Viera. 2:40 left to go here in quarter number one. Up 16-0, trying to put another score on the board here before the quarter ends. Had it first and goal on the 1. 2 incomplete passes going back to the same receiver. Then they finally punched it in the end zone. However, 5-yard penalty negates that touchdown. And so now we have it 3rd and goal here on the 6-yard line. But all this was set up on a beautiful pass from Ryan Ramos to Malachi. Malachi Teeter scored the first touchdown. Lincoln Keith was the receiver that got him down to the 1-yard line. Third and goal from the 6 for the Hawks. Ramos under center in the I formation. Lead back is Riley Ramsey. Williams, the deep back. Ramsey goes and gets the lead blocker. Williams follows his lead blocker into the end zone. Touchdown, Suntree Viera. Gianni Williams. And that one will count, no flags. It's 22-0 with 2:35 left to go here in the first quarter. And the kick, Ramos back to kick. The 2-point kick. Snap, the hold, kick is up and just short. It hit. He got a little too much under it, and it bounces off the goalpost or crossbar. But the important thing is Suntree puts another touchdown on the board, and it's 22-0. And that touchdown was brought to you by Insurance Pro of Florida. For more information, click the link in our description up at the top. We have the link to the website of Insurance Pros Florida. And they will get you right when it comes to insurance. Also, like to thank Ice Cream Hut. 4 locations open in Rockledge, Viera, Merritt Island, and Cocoa Beach. A 5th location opening up soon down in Palm Bay. We have their page tagged up in our post. First and 10 from the 35 for Merritt Island. The deep back for Merritt Island is number 11. And he will get wrestled down in the backfield. I believe that was number 81. Vincent Snow will suffer a big loss. Viera is just on fire today.
The ball is at the 25-yard line of the Mustangs. 2nd and 20.
It's going to be 2nd and about 16 or 17. Check that, about 2nd and 20 for Merritt Island here. Quarterback will get hit immediately. They say the ball's out. And the Hawks get the turnover. Number 12, Liam Mick, on the fumble recovery. And the Hawks looking to put another 8 points on the board. Liam Mick on the fumble recovery. With 51 seconds left to go here in quarter number 1. 22-0, Hawks on top.
Inside source of number 12, Liam Mick. On the recovery for the Hawks, it'll be 1st and 10. And about the 22-yard line.
So how do they do it this time? Hawks offense have had 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns. Ramos in the backfield with Williams in the backfield. Ramos drops back. And the play will be blown dead. If I had to take a guess, it's going to be false start. False start on the offense. That'll back them up 5 yards. 1st and 15. From the 26 or 27-yard line. Ramos in the gun. Ramos drops back. Fires. It's caught by number 44. He's got room to run and finally brought down. Oh, he got in. Touchdown! Suntree Viera. Number 44, Jade Joss. But there is a flag on the play. So everything that I just said negated. Ineligible receiver downfield for the Hawks. So now they're back to the 33-yard line. 1st in a trip to Jamaica. Ramos throws it up. He had Keith and Lincoln Keith. Could not haul it in. If he catches that, he's off to the races. Ramos showing off his arm today. Moves Williams over to the right side. Ramos steps up, fires. He's got a man, and it's caught. Stiff arm. R.J. Guarentes. R.J. Guarentes with a 33-yard touchdown reception. And that will be the final play after the extra point of the first quarter with your score 28-0 in favor of Suntree Viera. And Ramos under center. Going to give it to Ramsey. And Riley Ramsey puts that one in the end zone.
And that point is good. And the score with the end of the first quarter. This is Merritt Island Mustang 0, your Suntree Viera Hawks.
29-0, Suntree leads. As we set to begin the second quarter, we'd like to give another shout out to our amazing sponsors. The Ice Cream Hut has 4 locations open, one currently soon to be open. The 4 locations that are open are Viera, Merritt Island, Rockledge, and Cocoa Beach. The one that's soon to be open is down in Palm Bay. And Insurance Pros of Florida. We have the link to their website in our description above. www.insuranceprosfl.com. Checking in from Miami, Ryan Ramos he is on fire. Matter of fact, there have only been 3 drop passes, and they weren't Ramos's fault. It was Lincoln Keith couldn't haul one in, and it dropped right in his breadbasket. And then twice at the goal line, his receiver just couldn't get a grasp on the football. Ramos has been throwing dimes today. And so, here we are. $29. It's your nephew. You should be very proud. He's already had an excellent first quarter. It's 20. Appreciate the kind words. And here we go. Merritt Island tight formation. 1 running back in the backfield. Running a player out. Nope. Miscommunication, and the coach has got to take a timeout. And the timeout taken by Merritt Island to get their personnel groupings right. 9:31 left to go here in the second quarter. Hawks up 29-0. 4 touchdowns. 3 of them caused by turnovers. And Mustangs getting everything in order. And here we are. Clock resumes running because it's 28-0. The clock will just run like a track meet for the rest of the game. Trying to get number 17 in position here. Quarterback hands the ball off to number 81. That's Vincent Snow. and Snow will get a positive gain for the Mustangs, a positive gain of about 3 or 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up 2nd and 6. 8:35 left to go here in quarter number 2. Again, the clock is running. Once you get above 28 points at any point throughout the game, the clock runs, and once it runs, it cannot be stopped. So again, I'd like to thank our sponsors here, the Ice Cream Hut and Insurance Pros of Florida. Quarterback's going to keep it himself. That's number 13. He will get dropped in the backfield. That was, I believe, Jakari White on the tackle for loss. And number 13, that's Judah Fagan. And Fagan trying to get outside, but right now this Hawks defense, they're confident. They're not. You're not going to get any freebies. And that pass knocked down by number 99, Zachary Gay. Backwards, so they ruled it a lateral, and the Hawks fell on it. And it's Hawks ball with 6:20 and counting. So Zachary Gay knocks down the lateral, and because he knocked it down, everyone thought it was a forward pass. Hawks still jumped on it, and they end up getting the football. Ramos comes out, single back with a wing, little sniffer, and Ramos hands it up right up the, well, it went to go right up the gut, bounces to the outside, and he is gone. Touchdown, Hawks. And here's what the flag is going to be. You cannot run to the outside when it's a running clock. You have to run right up the middle. Pop Warner rules. Once you're in a running clock situation, you can't run to the outside. You have to run in between the tackles. So that'll just back them up 5 yards, and it'll make it 1st and 15 for the Hawks. Ball being placed on the 34-yard line. Check. Yep, 34. There's the handoff, and that's Williams. Williams trying to go. Well, from a safety standpoint, it's more of making him run up the middle because to try to keep. I get what you're saying. I do. But they're trying to make it where the score doesn't end up reflecting, 50, 60 to nothing because, one team has the most amount of athletes that can run outside and outrun everybody. I think that's the premise behind the rule. Thank you. By the way, I want to give a shout out to the Merritt Island team mom, or I'll get her official name, but she's been awesome getting me rosters and writing them by hand. She's been doing it for me and the PA announcer, and now she's making corrections so that way I don't sound like a complete idiot in the next 2 games. So I do appreciate her. And there's the direct snap to Ramos. Ramos runs right up the middle, dragging defenders along. And we'll make it 3rd and manageable. Go from 2nd and long to 3rd and manageable here. Going to make it 3rd and 4 for Suntree Viera with 2:35 and counting left to go in the first half. And a timeout taken by Suntree Viera. Thank you. Okay. I appreciate you so much, more than you know. All right. So that was actually Miss Alicia. Alicia, the 11U team mom and the 12U team mom. And she's also in charge of compliance. So on top of doing everything else she's doing, she's been running up and handwriting the rosters down for myself and the PA announcer to give us copies of their rosters so we can announce their names over PA and right here on the Brevard Sports Network. 2:25 left to go here in the first half. Hawks up 29-0. And I'd like to thank the Ice Cream Hut. 4 locations open, 5th one soon to be open, and Insurance Pros of Florida. And there's a backup quarterback, and there's another running back running right up the middle. That's Lincoln Keith. And the new quarterback they have under center is Malachi Teeter. What can't the kid do? Kid can be a receiver. I've seen him play running back. And so now they're going to have him run quarterback. Because why not? And it's a 1st and 10 from the 12. Teeter hands off there to number 1. Number 1 spins out of a tackle. Spins right into another tackle. Number 24 is the one who got the hands on him. That's Jackson Udink. And number 1, that was Jakari White on the carry for Suntree Viera. Eric Keith watching Lincoln from Tennessee. That was a very beautiful state. I got a chance to travel through Tennessee a bit, and very beautiful state to travel through. My mother took me took us to the caves. I forget which caves it is where you go through the crawl through and whatnot. It was such a fun trip. 23 seconds and counting. Teeter under center. Teeter's going to hand off there to number 55. Number 55 pushing his way, and he will be stopped short at the 1. That was Aiden Wasserman, and Wasserman will get stopped at the 1. So that should be the final play of the half, right? Running clock. Clock hit 0. And that's what the Suntree coach now is coming out to the ref to talk about and ask the question. All right, so now with that, we are at halftime. If the cheerleaders go out on the field and perform, we will leave it unplugged and allow you to watch their hello cheer. And we will turn the mics up so you can hopefully hear it. However, if they keep playing the music, we can't do that because then we'll get copyrighted and the stream gets shut down. But as you can see, Merritt Island's 11U cheer squad down here, they have been active all game. And that will be the end of the first half. We are at halftime. 29-0, Suntree Viera on top, and it looks like we might get a performance from both Suntree and Merritt Island cheerleaders.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise and appreciation for our ladies cheerleaders, our Lady Mustangs, and our Lady Hawks. Make some noise. Give them a round of applause.
Waiting to see what the and the Mustangs are. Looks like there might be a performance. Oh, they're taking a group picture. So it looks like they're taking a group picture. They're not performing. So, folks, I'll see you in about 8 minutes. Welcome back, everybody. We are ready to start second half action. So, LaShawn, the 6U game was 35-0 in favor of Suntree Viera. It should be up in our post. However, if it's not, I do apologize on that one. That might be my fault. But 6U game was 35-0 in favor of, or 36-0 in favor of Suntree Viera. So here we go. This one here, we are at 29-0, and Merritt Island trying to get something going. Number 81 is Vincent Snow. Number 15 was on the shovel pass. Do not have a number for number 15. Or do not have a name for number 15. Might have been Jace McKinney, number 16. Like to thank the Ice Cream Hut, 4 locations open and 1 under construction, 4 locations that are open. Rockledge, Viera, Merritt Island, and Cocoa Beach. The 5th location that's soon to be open is down in Palm Bay. And Insurance Pros of Florida. Their web address is up in our description. Find more information on them. It's www.insuranceprosfl.com. Again, that's www.insuranceprosfl.com. Coming up on 8.5 minutes left here in quarter number 3. And trying to get something going upfield through the middle, and he gets a couple of yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 9. Couldn't see who made the tackle initially because there was a whole swarm of Hawks defensively there. Coming up next is the 12U game. Third and 9 from the 36. And play is called. Well, I thought the play was called in the huddle. And here we are. Ball is on the ground, and Suntree says they have it. That's the 4th turnover of the game caused by that defense. And now we'll see the offense was being led by Malachi Teeter to end the second half. Zachary Gay on the fumble recovery. And they're going to hand it off to the back there who's got room, number 54. Danny Fritz. Danny Fritz on the carry, and that'll be enough for a Suntree Viera Hawks first down. Number 13 is in at quarterback, Malachi Teeter. Teeter hands off to Fritz. Fritz gets the carry. Gets to about the 8-yard line. 2nd and 5. Got Keith in the backfield as well.
There is no smoking here at the field. So if you're smoking, please put that out. I can smell it. Thank you.
And there's a handoff there to number 1, Jakari White. And White will lose a couple of yards. Or he gained a couple of yards, but there was a penalty on the play. White still in the backfield. Teeter under center. Teeter gives it to Riley Ramsey. Ramsey fighting his way up. And he'll be taken down at about the 10-yard line. And coming up on 3.5 minutes left, Hawks line up. Teeter gives it to White. White trying to get to the outside.
Number 1, Jakari White on the carry, takes it to about the 6-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down and a couple. Gentlemen, there is no smoking here in the park. Whether you're behind the shed or on the field, you cannot smoke at the park. Thank you. You will be asked to leave.
And they're going to kick a field goal. They're going to attempt to kick the field goal here. Ramos
On the field goal attempt.
He's at the 5, so it's about a 15-yard kick. Snap is good. Hold. Kick is up. And good. 32-0. And Ramos with a 15-yard kick. Now, you might be saying, well, Caleb, that's 15 yards. Yes, but this is also Pop Warner. And so to see him, look, even see a field goal attempt that isn't a 2-point kick, it's something to celebrate. And look, if you know anything about Suntree Viera, them and Satellite magically find kickers. I don't know where they pull them from. I don't know what's in the water that makes that they can get at least good kickers for youth and a lot of times even in high school. But it's 32-0 after the 15-yard kick from Ramos. You look at Satellite. Satellite's had Maui Maza the last couple of years, and Ryan Hufty who now kicks for Viera. Hufty used to do the kicking for Suntree Viera when he was playing youth football. And look, when you're in youth football, if you can find yourself a kicker to get those 2 points, especially locally, you have an advantage. When you get to regionals and beyond, it's a necessity.
Just a reminder, folks, you can't have anybody on the sidewalk or leaning up against the fence. It blocks the view of those folks who are sitting back here watching. We appreciate if you do that.
So 1st and 10 from the 35. as there's 39 seconds left to go in quarter number 3. There's the handoff, and that Suntree defense just swarming the backfield. Number 34, Landon Byer. And that will be the final play of the third quarter with your score, Suntree 32 and Merritt Island with work to do. Again, some of you might be saying, well, this game is moving fast. Well, it is. Suntree Viera scored 29 points in the first quarter. You only need 28 for running clock, and so since the first quarter, this clock has been running like a track meet down in South Florida. It's been running fast, and it doesn't stop. I should say Brevard County, because you know what? Brevard County's got great track athletes, too. What am I talking about South Florida for? Brevard County all day, every day. I don't know what got into me for a second talking. Brevard County should have had a victory over a South Florida football team yesterday. If you want to read all about it, go to our Facebook page. And one of the first posts this morning, Alan gave a complete breakdown on what happened. And the quarterback is dropped for a loss. Number 32 in on the tackle, Carter Martinez. Bernard Dabrowski was the ball carrier. All right, so here we are. Third and 15 for the Mustangs. Ball's fumbled, and that's going to be the fifth turnover for the fifth fumble recovery by the Hawks. Preston Newman on the recovery. And again, look, the Pop Warner organization, it's growing in Merritt Island, and I hope to see it at the same numbers that Suntree Viera has. Just because there are many athletes out over there on the island. You know, you wonder how Merritt Island had been good for so long. Remember, back in the 70s, Merritt Island wasn't the joker you wanted to come see. You did not want to see that bus coming over the causeway, because those Mustangs were going to come and they were going to hurt you with the way they played football. There's the handoff there to number 55, runs straight up the middle. That's Aiden Wasserman. And Wasserman picks up a nice gain. Picks up a gain of about 6 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 4. For Suntree Viera as they're moving towards the Ice Cream Hut red zone. And he will get the carry again. Third and 3 for Suntree Viera. And they gave it to the up back. There was number 12 on the carry. Liam Mick, who has himself a fumble recovery. Suntree Viera Hawk first down, and they have to get to the 8 or 9 yard line for another first down. 6:15 left to go in the game. Gives it to the up back, and that's Mick. And Mick battling his way up the middle. And he'll get a gain of about 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5. Go back to number 55, Aiden Wasserman is the deep back. Keith being split out wide. Wasserman. They give it to the up back, number 94. Or 24. Okay. I thought it was 94, but someone tried to correct me. Waylon Perkins on the carry. And there's the handoff. And there's going to be a flag for going outside. Well, they're going to call it false start, but they also could have thrown the other penalty for running to the outside during running clock rules. And that will be the water break. 4:27 left to go in the game. Again, I'd like to thank Ice Cream Hut. 4 locations open, a 5th one being built in Palm Bay. The 4 locations that are open are Rockledge, Viera, Merritt Island, and Cocoa Beach. And Insurance Pros of Brevard. To find them online, www.insuranceprosfl.com. Again, that's www.insuranceprosflorida.com. We have the link right up here in our description, so you don't even have to do all that typing. You can just go click the link, and it will take you straight to their website. See, because we here at the Brevard Sports Network, we try to make it easier for you at home. We don't always succeed, but we at least attempt to make it easier for those of you at home. Coming up next, 12U action. Approaching 4 minutes left in the game. Teeter in the gun, which makes you think he's going to take it up the middle himself. Teeter's got 1 touchdown on the day. And he'll go up the middle, landing on his lineman. And, you know, the more I thought about it at halftime, I don't know about this rule. Because the correct statement was made. Forcing them to go up the middle all the time is the most amount of contact. You're forcing the player to go into the most amount of contact and getting hit the most amount of times. But I don't make the rules. I just tell you what they are and how they are enforced. That's all I do. I sit up here with a headset. I try to bring you coverage and football. By the way, that was a turnover on downs on Suntree Viera. And I try to make the game somewhat enjoyable for those of you sitting at home, hopefully in the AC. I will say there's a nice breeze rolling through Viera Regional Park. There's a big cloud that is taking out the sun. I will forever be thankful for the clouds because they make days like today so much easier. When you're out here at 8 in the morning, all the way till about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, any clouds that cover up the sun, it's eternally grateful for. And that Hawks defense swarms the ball carrier. Number 34 on the tackle. That's Landon Byer. Coming up next, 12U action right here on the Brevard Sports Network. Wind's picking up a bit here and trying to blow my paper away. And there's the handoff, trying to go outside, will be wrapped up and brought down behind the line of scrimmage. With a minute and a half left to go in the game. So the 11U Suntree Viera Hawks pick up the victory. Pending anything detrimental, its final score should be 32-0. Third and long. I'd like to welcome Anthony Pierno. Time for maybe 2 more plays if Merritt Island wants to, but I think they're going to take their time, run one final play, and call game. And that run to the outside makes some men miss. Breaking tackles. Finally being brought down to the ground. That was number 18. Harlan Johnson. And that will be the final play of the game. Your final score, Suntree Viera 32, Merritt Island 0. And next up, 12U action right here on the Brevard Sports Network.